fairly comfortable afternoon across North Georgia. Live look at the world's busiest airport right now. You can see some clouds off in the distance. Things are going to get sunnier as the week goes on. First Alert meteorologist Patrick Pete here to give us the good news. I think after last week, anything would sound like good news, right?
Yeah, we're ready to clear out and dry out. Still dealing with a lot of cloud cover. We do have this upper level low that's to the north of us, and it's keeping clouds in, at least a low in rain chance around this evening. You can see some very spotty showers out there on First Alert satellite and radar. The more white than the green, though, so that tells you the clouds are really the dominant force outside. Temperatures not terrible. Upper 70s from Atlanta to Covington, 79 in Griffin, low 80s LaGrange, Thomaston, and we're seeing temperatures a little bit cooler right now in the North Georgia mountains, already at 69 degrees in Ellijay. So pretty nice. I think it's going to be a good evening to get out and about, stepping out for dinner here. Numbers slide into the lower 70s around the 9 o'clock hour, and then we trend into the 60s, falling to about 66 degrees here in Atlanta. We'll keep it mostly cloudy, and we'll keep a chance of showers around through about midnight, but I really do believe we trend drier after midnight, and I expect us to stay relatively dry as we head into your Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Our best chance right now of getting more rain in the forecast is Friday, and that's a very low in rain chance. So it looks like we're gonna have a lot of time to let the sun build in and help dry our grounds. I tried to go for a walk this morning and the grounds were still very, very muddy all across the region. So that's something we'll have to deal with for the next couple of days. I think we're mostly cloudy earlier in the day, but as we get later into the afternoon, we'll start to see more sunshine across the region, clearing skies through the overnight. 67 degrees as you step out of the house tomorrow morning. Those numbers get into the mid 70s around lunchtime, and most of us top out somewhere near 80, 81 degrees around 4 or 5 o'clock before trending back into cooler territory. And Wednesday is going to look very similar, slightly cooler start to the morning where most of us are in the low to mid 60s, even some upper 50s in the North Georgia mountains. We're near 80 degrees already by lunchtime, and we have that forecast high near 83 degrees here in Atlanta, keeping things mostly clear as we head into the second half of the day. And those numbers fall back as we head into the overnight hours yet again. I know a lot of folks are trying to make plans as we inch closer to the weekend. And if you like numbers that are in the low 80s with a good mix of sun and clouds, the forecast is pretty much a win. We are watching that low end chance for a spotty shower Friday, but other than that, this forecast is as good as it gets heading into the month of October. Temperatures are pretty seasonable and will remain that way through the 7-day forecast. Eventually, highs dipping into the upper 70s by the beginning of next week. But even though we're moving into October, hurricane season not quite over. We're actually still very close to the peak where we get the bulk of our development, and we're watching Tropical Storm Kirk right now with winds sustained at 50 miles per hour. It's moving to the west at 12, and the forecast is actually for this to become a major hurricane as it continues to move off towards the north and west by Wednesday, intensifying a little bit, but looks to remain just a maritime issue through next Saturday. But we are watching another area of low pressure that's just moving off the coast of Africa. It does have about a 90% chance of development over the course of the next week. And then, of course, keeping an eye on the Gulf. A lot of the guidance now indicating that this low will develop, but it's not as significant. It's not looking as intense and not a whole lot of agreement. But there is a 40% chance that we could be dealing with the system in the Gulf next week. We'll keep our eyes on it. We'll keep you posted on air and online.
All right, Patrick, thank you. Here's what we're working